Judo evolved out of the fighting system of feudal Japan. In 1882, Dr. Jigoro Kano studied these fighting arts, and it's a refined version of Jiu-Jitsu.
Some people have a misapprehension of Judo as being something you learn at Boy Scouts, but it's gone on to prove itself as quite an effective self-defense and martial art in mixed martial arts competitions, particularly for people of small stature who can make it effective against larger opponents.
There isn't really a minimum age as such. If somebody's starting as a young toddler, to a certain extent, we would start them off not with a full judo as such, but getting them interested and rolling around and getting them happy with their tumbling skills. So I would say probably from 5 upwards. As far as maximum age, there isn't really a maximum age. Currently we have some masters competitions where people are competing well into their 70s.
Judo does suit all body types and shapes and genders. Males and females both compete. It's possibly not everybody's cup of tea. It tends to suit the kind of hardy individuals, should we say.
The sport can improve people physically in a number of ways. As well as a cardiovascular effect, it is very good for what I consider the key components of any sport. It improves their agility, their balance, and their coordination. So all these things are very important in most sports. Well, judo is quite a unique sport as much as it's, we try to involve people within the class and not have separate classes for people who have disabilities. We do have classes where there are special needs children, and they are encouraged to join in with the main thrust of the class. We also have children who have restricted vision, and again they're encouraged to join in with everybody else. You may have seen in the Olympics that there is a Paralympics judo team which competes very well. Obviously people there with limited vision, and some people completely blind. So that shows that judo is across the board able to cater for lots of people with lots of different issues and needs. The basic rules of judo. In a contest, you compete with your opponent, and the idea is to score an ippon, which is a full point score. If you win that, you've won the contest. And the ways you can score an ippon is, in the first instance, to throw your opponent flat onto their back, and that would score an ippon. Another method of winning is to win by submission, so that would be by an arm lock or a strangle or choke. And the third way of winning is to pin your opponent flat onto their back for 25 seconds.
Competitions are the ultimate test, really. When you're facing an opponent, there's no escape. You can't rely on your teammates to help you out. And you've got a person in front of you with bad intentions who takes no prisoners. So it's all encompassing, and you kind of need to be on your game.
I've been doing judo a long time, so to say I haven't received any injuries would be a lie. I have received injuries in the past, but I've done other sports as well. Played rugby, football, where I've also received injuries. So I wouldn't say any more than any other sport. Otherwise I wouldn't have been continuing to do it now.
I received lots of injuries. I have a kind of catalogue of them, but just like any other sport, if you're competing at a certain level, you're always going to get injuries. But yes, I've had mainly problems with knees and shoulders, and I think I've broken my nose several times, but still relatively straight.
The main rule that goes across many different grappling type sports is that if somebody's any difficulty in a hold, if they're held too tightly for any reason, then they just simply tap their opponent, and that's a universal signal to release or get off. Obviously another reason that people tap and don't just say get off is because, as I said, people may practice and they may be hard of hearing or deaf, so then it's easier just to tap the person, and the universal signal.
There's very good camaraderie about it. You meet people from all different social backgrounds. But the best thing about the whole lot is I hate going on a treadmill. I hate going on a cycling machine in a gym. This is good exercise and it's good fun.
But judo means many things to different people. It's an art, it's a discipline, it's a social and recreational activity, and it's just one of the best sports you can do.